Welcome back to the ABC Crew Podcast. Marcellus out here, B. Ellis, A. Million, and we got a special guest, ISO Tay, ahead of his matchup versus Rob in TNC 02, June 6th. ISO Tay, man, how you feeling, baby?
I feel good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I made it here safe, so yeah.
The flights are always a stress for him. The PH's the flights.
Yeah, I had to. This is what my interview voice, my podcast. Went from talking junk to yes, sir. Yeah.
You started his own business.
So you recently moved to North Carolina,
Yes.
working out with Day Day, Cam.
Yes.
How's that been? Kind of like a camp that y'all formed over there.
Mhm.
Has that improved your game? Like, where you at with that?
Yes, it's been fun. It's been a lot with it. So it was the transition was tough because when I was moving out there, we was getting ready for the Bees and the Lance season, the one we just did like a month ago. So I was transferring my stuff from VA, but won't live in Charlotte. And then finally I got settled out there. And it's been great. We just been sparring, getting each other better. You know, getting in the weight room, been running, doing everything. We just been pushing each other. I felt like me moving out there was more of like, if I'm gonna be in this lane, I might as well go ahead and invest as much as I can into it. So that's what, moving, working on my game, and just having a balance with what I got going on. So I thought it was perfect because they're right there and it's not too far from the family in VA. But it's been great, man. It's been a lot of battles, a lot of talking junk, been competitive, but it's never personal because we all got one goal, and it's to grow and get better.
Are y'all at it every day? Like, you just wake up, go to the gym?
Bro, it's literally crazy because we and this is like not even being funny, but we count each other alarms. Like, I wake up from the group FaceTime calls. Bro, that's how and if I don't pick up, or if someone, because it's like 6 of us in the chat, like me, Day, we even got Burke in there, Burke and Bag. We trying to get Burke to move out there too, so we trying to form something, but we get each other alarms. We wake up probably Cam early, bro. I'm trying to tell people, like, it's no act with him. That is him. He will talk junk.
Yeah.
In the room. If this room was by himself, you would hear on the outside the door him just probably talking junk to himself. You know what I mean? But he'd be one of the first ones calling the chat. Say, hey, come on, it's time to get in the gym. We would be ringing Day and everybody. But it's been fun, man. Like I said, we've been pushing each other. And then, like you said, we had the pay-per-view coming up. So we're going to do everything we can to, be prepared for when we do get here.
Yeah.
I think that's huge. In the test of time, historically, group channels or groups in the YouTube space are always successful. I think that's where a lot of the YouTube space is lacking. Everybody wants to do it themselves. But when you guys can come together as a collective and like look at the AMPs, the Two Hypes, the RDC worlds on the content side, on the basketball side, no one's really doing that consistently as a group. So I think that's very huge, and I think that's investing, like you said, investing to yourself, but that's also being mindful in the craft that you guys are partaking in, because it's not just wake up and hoop. It's wake up and we trying to get paid. So it's way different. It's more of a grind. I think that's kind of dope you moved out there.
And we understanding, like, it's so the scene is getting bigger and better. The talents are becoming better. We getting new viewers from just, you getting pros, that's want to play in this. You know what I mean? So at any point your spot can be taken, and we don't want our spot to be taken. So, we're doing what we can to, stay ready. So when that time comes and we got a matchup, and like I said, we pay-per-view or anything, you be ready to play. So it's about, growing, getting better. And, the other half is the off the court. So, yeah, we spend time and we compete, but we hold each other accountable off the court. Cam got a baby girl, I got twins. You know what I mean? I even go to his crib, we go chill, talk, etc. So we just try to hold each other accountable. There goes that word. Yeah, that's a bar.
All 2025 and beyond. Everybody will and shall be held accountable.
but yeah, man, we just trying to grow as humans. You know what I mean? And a part of just growing, you gotta have the right circle, and that's Day, Cam, and them been my guys since I got on the scene and really locked in with them, and now we like brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Love that.
yeah, man. True shout out to them guys, man, because like I said, bro, they've been preparing me to get here. You know what I mean? Get ready and be locked in for this moment. So,
Bro, you and Rob kind of like made y'all stepping stones at the same time together. And it's crazy the fact that y'all about to lace him up now.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about that matchup and like what's been going through your mind throughout this entire process?
Yeah, it's crazy because, in this lane, it's about having a story. So, like, you want a storyline. And a lot of times that's what makes the game so hyped up and, people, bring expectations. But with this, it's different, man, because, I'm going out there to kill. I'm going out there to win, of course. That's what it is. But as far as the bigger picture, we both got on the scene around literally the same time in Carolina. And that's the first time Rob and Kell played each other. That was really my first event. So for us to really get on the scene, and then you see the group that we started with, it was like 7, 8 of us. It was me, Rob, Kell, the twins, Trell and Trey, Nas, Moon, Draco. And you look at that whole group, we all not here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of us that we started together, they might be on the scene, but we're not on the, you know what I mean? Maybe on the same platform, et cetera. So it's a huge testament to both of us because we still here. That happened, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And, for us to evolve and elevate and be here to build, and now we got Ace, Isote, and Rob. Back then we didn't probably see this ever being this big. And so for us to grow and be able to grow our names and grow our games and make it a game that people want to see, it's a blessing. So, we want to win, but bigger picture is a blessing for us to be still on this platform, growing with Next Chapter.
I'm very analytical, as y'all know.
No.
So what has changed? You talked about that younger Tay. I knew that Tay.
Yeah.
What has changed? Because for me, the biggest change in you has been a mental shift, and it keeps improving. What has changed since that younger Tay? I'm still trying to figure out exactly. Was it an intentional process for you? Was it something that just organically happened? Do you feel like you weren't proven then, so you were a little bit more on edge mentally, and now you seem more settled in now? So I'm just trying to figure out what's happened.
So I watch a lot of film of myself, not even just on basketball. Just it might be what I'm saying, my language, body language, or just how I carry myself. Like sometimes I might watch a video and I'm like, I don't like that person. You know what I mean? So I think it was more of going through that. And then when I got new on the scene, you got a lot of comments, things like that, and you see certain people. And I think overall it gets to me, you know what I mean? And then when you lose, that's another story. So I think going through a mental break of just trying to figure out who I want to be on this scene is not like I'm trying to push a fake narrative, just as far as how can I enjoy the game, bring energy, but also be settled. You know what I mean? Because I felt like in the beginning, I was very loud, and I think I wasn't doing that. It was to get me going, but that's energy. You know what I mean? And sometimes me talking or doing this and that, it'll take away from the game. So I was trying to focus on how can I focus on having a balance, not getting so high, not getting so low, just being even kill. You know what I mean? And that took work. You feel what I'm saying? I struggled for a long time. I had a lot of games, and it's times where the mental breakdown was struggle and forced me to make me lose the game or cause bad plays. So I'm trying to have more of an amnesia on the court and just be more even kill and not get, like I said, start wavering and be bothered. So
yeah.
When it comes to the pay-per-view, you're one of the fan voted people, so you didn't know you had a matchup until a few days ago.
Right.
What's that process like going through that?
It's tough because, like I said, you don't have the same amount of time that the guys that were already on the card. They already knew probably a month, 2 months ahead who they was playing. But it's always tough because you don't know who you may end up playing. But when we did figure out, we had an idea midway in the season or towards the end of the season, a lot of people started saying Rob and me. So I had an idea, it's a good chance it's going to happen. But yeah, it's always tough, you know what I mean? Like I said, but it's a part of the game. You just got to adjust and be ready to play. That's why you always got to be ready.
Absolutely.
Bro, both of y'all coming off 2 hard-fought pay-per-view losses.
Can't go 0-2.
So, what is your mindset being in that?
Can't go 0-2. You can't, bro.
Must
You know what
win.
I'm saying? It's like pros. Pros can't miss 2 in a row.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like that. You can't. If you're a pro, you can't go lose 2 in a row. This is not a team battle. This is 1v1. So you can self-correct. You know what I mean? You don't gotta worry about the next. And hey, that person may not be able to pick you up that day. You have to pick up yourself. So it's just like, man, I'm locked in. Like I said, a loss is not. It's never a loss. It's a lesson, and hopefully that lesson I'm able to turn this one in this situation into a blessing. So.
Love it. How do you feel like you stack up with Rob from a basketball perspective? Honestly,
Stack up. I mean, I'm fine. Like I feel like we match up good together. I mean, we both, like I said, we both big guards. He can shoot the ball really well. You know what I mean? We know what Rob could do. There's no need to go, and I know what I can do. You know what I mean? So at that when the time comes, it's just about who's able to put together the better game.
have you watched more film preparing for
I
this
did.
just to
I did.
have a game plan
did.
defensively?
I did.
So you scouted.
I have.
I like that. I like that. I like
To
that.
be honest,
I like
have
that.
accountability.
You
I
almost
did.
have to watch film. Like
Yeah.
like it's getting to that point more
Mhm.
and more. It's becoming more professional where like even you see guys with camps, you guys see training harder to stay in the space. Everything gets more competitive, and one things that guys are going to have to do is watch film because that is really the separator for a lot of pros. There's a lot of really talented guys out there, but a guy that knows how to watch film and how to
Right.
digest it is ultimately what I think will separate a lot of people in the space.
No, you're right. And it go back to, like I said, just invest in your all into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They say to not put your eggs in all in one basket. Why not? And if it don't work, go make another basket.
Yeah, I
You
completely agree with that.
You got one life, and the upside of the space is massive.
Facts.
So you're not putting your eggs all in one basket. That's not worth it.
Right,
Like
right.
this space is evolving.
Man, it's
has
evolving.
this is like a once
yeah.
in a lifetime opportunity for like. There's only how many players that are on the scene,
You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
and there's high level players trying to get into it.
Bro,
So
high
go all
level,
in.
High level players, you know what I mean? That's why I said the competition level is only growing, getting better. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, just last season I just played Bino.
Right.
Like, yeah, that y'all seen it. I was almost out of there. I'm gonna just be honest. I was almost out of there.
It wasn't looking good.
Man, like I said, but it's just a testimony of what next chapter done and evolving. And same way with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, as one, look how it's been grown. You know what I mean? You got so many eyes and so many brands just looking at this. But yeah, bro, like I said, it's definitely a blessing to just still be here. People don't understand how hard it's hard to get on next chapter, but it's harder to stay and still be one of the ones that is respected and paid attention to. So that's why I'm always working on it, because I know guys trying to get me off my stool. So
Yeah, last thing I'm gonna say to say is even looking back a year and some change ago when we would always say if Tay just simplified the game.
yes,
And I think you took that accountability upon yourself to really dive into the parts of the game that you could make simpler. It means like when you watch a film, like Mills is saying, when you watch film, a lot of people watch it for the highlights that they did instead of watching for the things that they didn't do right.
Right.
I think that's where the growth is like where you can sit there and really watch something that you know is about to happen that wasn't good, but you have to sit there and really rewatch it.
yes, sir.
Whether it's like you acting out a certain way, taking a bad shot, or not being as locked in. Those are the key moments where you really grow within film. And I see it a lot in your game.
And it's what's crazy is because I watch our reactions. So we don't really, a lot of times, I don't even know if y'all know, a lot of players or a group of us, we don't watch the original video. We wait till y'all reactions.
Oh, shit.
You feel what I'm saying? So we'll watch the video. I showed you. One time I called them.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a 70-inch TV. My guys is in the living room. They do this almost every
That's
video.
funny.
They go over and they won't watch it. They might watch the premiere or like when the video drop. But then they like, bro, I want to see B. Hellish reaction.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see Sally or 8 Millie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, you're right though. You definitely right. Like I said, going back to that, I guess I was saying with the reactions, y'all would say a lot though. Tay, if he just simplify his game, and almost every video,
That's it.
he'd say, or he'd be like, so too much. Like, and he'll stop the playing. I'm like, bruh, you right though. he right. But it go back to that. So like, I really I try to be a sponge in this. We don't know it all, you know what I mean? So I'm about, like I said, I want to learn, I want to grow, and the game, like I said, is evolving. So how can I evolve while the game evolves? So, like I said, simplifying was one of it. Not yelling or fussing with the refs as much. That was another part of it. Knowing your spots, knowing when, and I still sometimes do too much, or sometimes still do less. But I think more half of the battle was the mental. You know what I mean? Because even when I lost the walk the first time, I felt like that was more the mental battle than anything. I missed the layup, and now I'm in my head about the layup that could have ended the game to send us to the third game. But instead, now I'm just letting that. So I think more long story short, is just really the mental battle. Just growing and maturing and having discipline in this lane. So
that's your camera right there, man. Tell them why they should tune in June 2nd. June
6th.
TNC 2, June 6th. Wow, I'm cooked.
Today, June 3rd.
Today, June 3rd. I'm back in time.
Oh, he's back in the future. Hold on.
Accountability,
back in the past.
Accountability, you're right.
It is June 3rd.
Yeah, accountability. Hey, but hey, man, y'all tune in. If y'all made it this far, y'all know why y'all should tune in, man. So, like I said, man, it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a battle. You know what I mean? Hopefully I get the dub. But again, I wouldn't be here without y'all. I appreciate the fans of my family and friends, man. I love y'all, man. ISO about to be out of here.
ISO Tay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all straight?
Yeah. That's fire.